gourmet meatballs. This is something that he actually does on his food truck. So it was kind of like an advantage because he's done it
First of
a
all,
couple times.
I'm sorry, real quick. They weren't just some regular meatballs. They were like mega meatballs.
Yeah, them drones was huge. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like my meatballs that big. I know that don't sound right, but
Oh
I don't know.
gosh.
Hey, dude, it's your boy Nextstop Sirchcity,
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Neda.
and welcome back to another episode 35. We got
Mm,
35 in the clip of the Fully Watch
dang.
podcast. This week was interesting. If you haven't watched it, be sure you watch the third episode of Next Level Chef season 3. That is what we are reviewing today. Before you do any of that, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. This helps us grow. This will help us continue to do this podcast because eventually we'll go viral. Everybody will know our name. People will sponsor us, and then we will give you more and more and more content. So please do what we just said.
But but we want to thank the 6 people who viewed our last episode. Thank you.
Including ourselves because we actually watched it because we had a shoot
Yeah, we did watch it.
and we watched it. So
So 5 views. Thank you to the 5 people. We don't know who you
yes.
are, but if you watch it, I mean, just drop your name in the comments.
Yeah,
We would love to
you know
know
what?
who you
Drop a
are.
heart. Just drop an emoji. You ain't even gotta say nothing.
Yeah,
Drop
how
an
about
emoji.
that?
Drop a heart emoji in the comments. Let us know that you are at least watching so we can thank you on the podcast.
Yep. All righty. So we are on the 3rd episode of the 3rd season of Next Level Chef,
Mm-hmm.
and we are ending the auditions with professional chefs. And yes, my standards, my expectations is a lot higher for professional chefs because y'all do this, y'all are true to this, y'all ain't new to this. So
I
my
like
expectations is very, very high.
that was dope. Okay. You out
Thank
here
you,
rocking.
thank you. You know a little bit. So of course they start out in the basement and
Oh,
Gordon was
sorry.
with
Real
them.
quick, can I say their names?
Oh, okay. I was
All right.
just I was just giving the introduction.
Well, real quick, the names of the professional chefs. You have Angela from the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. Ari from San Diego, California. Summer from Austin, Texas. My homie, my boy. I know him from way back. Vaughn from
From
Scranton,
Scranton,
Pennsylvania.
PA.
Oh, shout out to the office. I don't really know him, but we will know him. He will be on the show. I'm claiming that. Charity from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jenny from Waxhaw, North Carolina. Zach from Maui, Hawaii. Well, that's where he moved to. And we have Chris
Yeah.
from Orange County, California.
Can I just say this? Every guest that I've had this whole episode, I was right. I just saw the writing on the wall for
You
some of
talking
these
about at the
people.
end who, yep, I did the same thing.
Yep. All righty. So, as we guessed it, because we're awesome, Gordon is starting out in the basement. And then, I mean, we start off with the fights.
It was
And Jenny and
mhm,
Summer, guys, is pregnant. Or
yes,
at least
6
she
months
was
pregnant.
when this aired.
Yes.
Pregnant, and they're fighting over some shrimp.
Like tug of war style fighting. Like,
And
give
I
me that.
wanted to be like Jenny, like just let the girl have the shrimp because
I
if you
mean,
hit that elbow,
look,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure Summer had to sign a waiver. You do know you gotta run to the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that is true.
I mean, she knows she pregnant. She
Mm,
needs to let it go.
yeah. Well, was it worth it? That's the question. Well, we're gonna find out. I have for Vaughn. Vaughn is a big guy. Oh my gosh.
I got some big boys this season, yo.
Yes, they do.
Present.
Um, so speaking of Vaughn, Vaughn got the catfish show.
Mm-hmm.
So he is making catfish with rice. As Search mentioned earlier,
Rice or grits?
I thought it was rice.
I thought he did a play on shrimp and grits.
Um. uh,
I'm pretty
oh.
sure he
Oh,
did.
you right. You right. Oh, you right. You right. Okay. Sorry, making catfish and grits. Um. Search mentioned this earlier about Zach. Zach moved, now lives to Maui, Hawaii, and oh my gosh, like my heart went out for Zach. He
Yeah.
lost everything in that disastrous fire, which um anyway, um I was gonna say something, but I'm not. It was just no shade to I'm questioning. I'm questioning how that fire
I
started.
think everybody's questioning how that fire.
Yeah, I'm questioning. I'm so something don't it seemed real fishy, but it's very sad for the people who um really was affected by it. And I mean, he lost everything. I felt really, really bad for him. And I liked what Gordon said, like pretty much like you have our support. So
One thing
I
I
thought that
do
was nice.
I did think was dope that even though he lost everything, he actually what he does now is he cooks for the displaced people. And
Mm-hmm.
so not only did he lose everything, he still finds a way every day to help others. And he's able to make it on his show. Hopefully, he can make a difference, and that this helps in rebuilding his.
Yeah. Yeah. So good job, Zach. You definitely have a fan in us.
Yes.
Um, Angela, uh, she said she was making dumplings. Um, I forgot what I didn't realize what she had at that point. Summer, um, she won the tug of war and she
Hmm.
got her shrimp. So she's gonna do a fritter. She didn't know what kind of sauce she was gonna do with it yet. Ariel got hot dogs. I thought that was interesting. It's like,
No,
what do
I
you do
was
with hot dogs?
nervous. I was nervous.
Yeah, she decided that she was going to make meatballs out of hot dogs. I said, wow.
I need that recipe because I've never heard or would have ever completely imagined making
Mm-mm.
hot dog meatballs. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know how that'll fly.
yeah, yeah. Jenny, who lost the tug of war, she ended up with liver. Ooh, I'm not a fan of
Have,
liver.
have you ever had chicken liver?
No, I don't want it. It don't even look appetizing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-mm.
I've
I'm
never had.
not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm okay. Um, Chris, yo, let me tell you about this dude, Chris.
Hmm.
Okay. And not because he has the same name as Search. Yo.
My name is Serge. I don't know who Chris is, but go continue.
Oh, okay. Um, so this bull, yo, he did not come to play
Yeah.
at all, which he shouldn't because his dad was a Michelin star chef.
Hmm.
So, I mean, he got trained by the best of the best. He cooks on a food truck currently. But Bull looked like he knew what he was doing. And then what happened after that? Well, the lights decided to go out in the basement. But let me tell you something. It no not having lights, it did not stop those chefs for
Yeah,
from
they
them
kept
doing
cooking.
what they was doing. They kept cooking like they was going in. They was cooking in the dark. And Blaze and Aisha, they was like, let's pretty much like, let's go. Yes. Yes. This is what separates professional chefs from pretty much the amateur chefs.
Now, didn't
It's
the lights went out the first episode? Didn't it?
no. This was the
Didn't it
first
go
time
out?
that lights.
I could
Mm,
have swore it went out the
mm-mm,
first episode and not the second episode.
mm-mm. No, this was the only time the lights went out.
Okay. I'm taking your word for it.
Yeah, I don't, because we would have talked about it.
I thought we did. That's why I was saying.
Oh, I
I
don't
thought the
remember
lights.
talking of.
It might not have.
No, I don't
Potentially.
remember. Um, oh my gosh, lost my thought. Okay, no lights, yes. But then I was like, the question is, do y'all think it was planned or do you think it was a freak accident? Comment below.
Yes, let us know what you guys think. I definitely feel like it was planned, but what do you think? Let us know in the
I think so.
comments.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yes.
Um, so then going back to Chris, he was doing this. It's called the prong drip.
No, so the way he was drizzling the sauce
Yeah,
onto
drizzling
the
sauce,
plate, he was using the tong drip.
tongs,
And it
tong.
made the way it did, it was a circular pattern, but it was dope the way he did it. They was like, oh, you could tell this guy. You see the skills, and as soon as he started doing that, you just see them all like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
he one of
they
them
was
ones.
hype. Yeah, they was hype. Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, he did not come to play. So now we're going to get to the nitty gritty of who made what and why. Summer, she won the tussle. However, she overcooked her shrimp. What did she make?
She
Because
made
apparently I
uh, uh,
forgot.
prawn fritters.
What is- Oh yeah, okay, I did. Okay, yep. But she overcooked her shrimp.
Mhm.
I was like, ooh, girl.
No, it was.
Um, our
Mm.
Ari made hot dog meatballs, like we mentioned earlier. Naisha was really impressed. Gordon said that it was exceptional. Naisha said that sauce alone
Hmm.
was good. And
Yeah. So
again,
Ari, you
love
need to
sauces.
post that recipe.
Yes,
Copyright it
please.
because I've never heard of it. I wouldn't mind trying to cook it on our channel.
Mm-hmm. Um, Jenna had the chicken liver.
Jenny,
Um, Jenny, sorry, had the chicken liver. Um, she she made it with a cream sauce and chickpeas. Um,
chickpeas.
chickpeas. They said bits of the chicken liver were medium rare and some
Ugh.
parts were medium well. Naisha said it was unpleasant. That was enough for me to hear. Uh
Ray called it weird. He's like, this is
yeah,
weird.
he's weird. He was like, there's a lot going on there, yeah. Um and yeah, like at that point I was like, okay, well, Jenny, you're definitely in the bottom.
Hmm.
Zach ended up making a chuck steak. Gordon said that it actually tasted like a fillet. Like he was like, you wouldn't have known it was a chuck steak. So
And I cook steak.
wow.
That's crazy. He made it taste like a fillet. That's some serious skills, yo. Real rap.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. Charity, she did a play on chicken parm. She had turkey tenders. Rich said the presentation was a little odd. I would have to agree, especially as a professional chef. This looked like something that maybe a home cook would have put together.
Well, here's the thing. Is
Um,
she really a professional chef? I don't. Well,
I don't
we'll find
know.
out because I know she started her own restaurant or catering company, but I didn't hear anything about schooling, so I don't know.
well, I mean, but some of them don't have schooling. I think
Well, what's her name?
and Ari
Lauren.
doesn't.
Lauren didn't go to school, and she's a online at home chef. She was an at home chef last week. That's what I'm saying. How I don't get how they are
No, I
grading
know, but
things.
Ari she did not have she said it in her thing. She did not go to school for culinary. She was a model and then she took on I have it somewhere in my notes. I'm
But yeah,
just
we're gonna get to it
freestyling
later.
right now. Yeah,
I know exactly
we'll
who
get
she
to it.
says it. Got you.
Okay, thank you. Um yeah, and Rich said there's a lot going on. Vaughn made a wait. Oh, a blackened catfish with grits. Gordon wanted to see how it was cooked in the middle, and he said it was beautiful. And
Mhm.
Naisha said the spices are bloomed very nicely. Then we have Angela. She made, what did she make?
I really don't know what kind of fish is. I think it's like a kachi. I've never heard of this.
I never heard of it either, but
But
they
they
said,
said,
go ahead.
well, only I remember Gordon Ramsay just saying, "Oh yeah," like they liked it and it was
Hmm.
butter basted. They did enjoy her fish, kachi.
Yeah. Yep. And then Chris made chicken strips, and they said it's good. It's all about the salt, and they said the lentils are delicious as well. So, who made it to the middle? Well, I'm sure you guys can guess it. It was Chris, Vaughn, Angela, Zach, Ari, Charity, both Summer and Jenny, who were fighting over the shrimp, were on the bottom. And unfortunately for Jenny, she went home.
Yeah, sorry, Jenny. Got stuck with them scrimps. I mean that chicken liver. Um,
Shade.
Sorry. Should have I mean I get Summer's pregnant, but I probably if we wrestling over the plate, guess what I would have did? One of my hands would have grabbed them shrimps and I would have ran away with the shrimp. Cause chicken liver, if you don't cook chicken liver, and I don't think she have any experience cooking chicken liver, yeah, that's a hard thing to do. And you could tell because
Because she went home.
it was not cooked properly.
Hmm.
Yes. Now we are on to the middle, and we had Naisha for the middle,
The
right?
middle, yes.
And for this section, they had to cook a dish that can go on a fast but casual menu. So kind of
What
like
does that even mean?
not like the traditional fast food restaurant, but like maybe like a
Fridays?
Fridays, Outback,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Like them
Um,
chain stores. Yep,
yeah.
got it. Okay.
So we had Charity. Wait. Oh
Summer.
no, at first she was lost. Charity went up to the thing, didn't know what she wanted to grab. She eventually found the chicken thighs. Chicken thighs could be a great dish. Hopefully, we'll see what happened. But you could do a lot with a chicken thigh, and hopefully she made it work. Summer grabbed the clams, which is another great thing. If you do it right, it could be a perfect masterpiece. Hopefully, she did her thing as well. And we see a reoccurring thing happening here. What's her name? I think her name was Christina. I hope I'm saying her name right. From the last episode, she kept grabbing pork,
Pork chop.
and we'll see Angela grabs the pork chop. We're going to see later on is a reoccurring segment. Hopefully, and this it kind of got a little spicy a little bit. Um, Chris
Pork
decides to
chops.
make the pork chops. He decides to make the gourmet meatballs. This is something that he actually does on his food truck. So it was kind of like an advantage because he's done it
First of
a
all,
couple times.
I'm sorry, real quick. They weren't just some regular meatballs. They were like mega meatballs.
Yeah, them drones was huge. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like my meatballs that big. I know that don't sound right, but
Oh
I don't know.
gosh.
Even they said it. It was like, whoa, how you going? And the fact that they're so big sounds so weird. That how you gonna make sure the meat is done on the inside in
But
20
he
minutes?
figured it out. But he
He
figured it
had a
out
way.
because
He had a
because he's
way.
a because he,
Mhm.
again, he ain't new to this. He true to this. So he knew what to do.
Yep. We had Angela. One of her things that she grabbed was potatoes. So she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a potato fondant." I've never made fondant. I think I want to try it. I don't really know what it is, but we're gonna try it on a shoot coming up, maybe. Um, Ari grabbed steak, and this is where we start to get into Ari's story. As you were saying, Neda, she was a model, wasn't really too happy with it, wasn't really her dream. She had a
Hmm.
passion to be in the kitchen, and
Hmm.
that's where she just stopped suddenly abruptly and changed course in her careers, and she started cooking.
Yep. And she does not have a culinary degree, and she is a top chef in San Francisco.
Maybe you know what they probably do, and I could see them doing if you don't have a culinary degree, but if you have kitchen experience, like if you work, because some people don't go to. I don't even know if Gordon went. I know he did a lot of kitchen work, and he rose through the ranks. So sometimes I guess they'll consider that a professional if you actually worked in the kitchen at some point in
Yeah,
time.
maybe.
Because I
Yeah,
believe
maybe.
there was a picture of her working in the kitchen. I do remember. I think they flashed to a picture of her. So I don't
Okay.
know. We could get them on here.
Wait, real quick.
I know. Why? Why are you frozen again for the second episode in a row? Yo, what is going on here, yo? This is the conspiracy.
Oh my gosh. Wait, and now hello?
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yo.
oh, it
Uh,
restarted. It restarted.
oh, it did. You ain't had to log out like the last time. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so
Nope. Okay, cool. We can just keep that moving. Great.
yep.
All right. Sam thought she grabbed parsley, but she actually, in fact, grabbed cilantro. As
Who?
a professional,
Okay. See?
where I
No.
get Sam from?
Mm.
Was it
Summer.
Summer?
Summer.
Summer
Yeah.
thought
Naisha was
she
like,
so I have a question as someone, Chris, who cooks. What do you say about this?
so here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
as a professional chef, shouldn't you know these things?
You want to know something crazy? I was put in this position when I was cooking dinner earlier. I have cilantro and I had parsley set right next to each other.
Oh.
Now, she is correct. I believe it's Italian cilantro, Italian parsley does favor cilantro.
Mhm.
Um, but you still can kind of tell. I think cilantro leaves is shaped a little different. Parsley, there's other kind of parsley that don't look like that. But yeah, I could tell. Excuse me. I would say I wouldn't ding her for that because if she was using Italian parsley, they do look similar. But
Mhm.
if you smell it, they don't smell the same. Like I know what cilantro smells like, so I know the difference by smell. That's just me.
But you're a professional chef, though. Shouldn't you
They
know
look the
these things?
same. I don't
But
know
sh
how
but like you
how
s
often does she
but
use?
like
Not
you just
everybody uses
said,
fresh
smell
herbs.
it. Like you just said,
She
smell
she
it.
just grabbed it. She seemed like she was in the race 20 minutes, but they professional. But again, I don't know how in depth she does. She uses herbs fresh because if it was dry, it could get confusing. But yeah, you're
Is
right.
there
She's a professional chef. Now you should spotted it and looked at
I'm
her
just
crazy.
saying. I'm just saying.
So yeah, you're right. She should have known
Alright.
because she
Thank
could have
you.
because they don't have the same flavor, so you could definitely mess up your dish.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's not like it really mattered. Vaughn
That is true.
is making a pan seared cod with bacon. I think. And that's when we got into that he is from Scranton, PA. I was like, whoop whoop, fellow
Dun.
Pennsylvania, and I was like, I already know who Serge going for just because he's from
Yup.
Pennsylvania.
Let's go.
Um, Charity.
Mm.
This was when I was like, I'm sorry, Charity, but I already see where this is heading for you.
Hmm.
Um, she was doing some sort of peanut butter curry. She was winging it. She has no tomatoes.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what.
that's when they got
Go ahead.
into she started her business when she was 22.
I thought the idea was good because, like she said, that's like an African dish, a peanut butter curry.
Mhm.
But once
Mhm.
you realize you don't have no tomato for the curry, you're not making curry. You're making spicy, soupy peanut butter with chorizo. I don't know how that pairs well. But yeah, she's a traveling chef. She started her business at 22. Her dad was actually a chef in the Navy, so that's where she got her cooking bug from. And yes, the judges were worried. They was as she was Naisha was
Gordon,
talking
yeah,
to her,
yeah,
Gordon, they
yeah.
was sitting here like, yo, what is she doing? Like she seemed like she was all over the place. So you could tell she doesn't really have that much, I think, kitchen background. She's more so been on herself since she was an adult. So you can kind of see it throughout the competition that if she maybe go get like a sponsorship at a restaurant, work the line, become faster, I think she would be a little better.
Yeah.
Um,
But I will say Gordon and Rich, they admitted that they are looking at Chris and Vaughn.
I thought they said Zach and Vaughn.
I thought they said Chris.
I have Zach and Vaughn are in the judge's sight.
Well,
They
we know
really
for
like
sure
that.
is we
And
know for
it
sure
is
is
Chris.
Vaughn.
It's
We
definitely
know
Chris too. The top three to me as of now is
we're
Zach.
gonna get into it. No, we're gonna get into it. No, we're gonna get into it because I got some things to say. I got
All
some
right, but
things to
let's
say.
keep going. We have Zach
So,
again. Zach Dish.
oh, wait, real quick. Rich said, um, Rich said that he gets first pick. Gordon looked at him like, why do you get first pick?
Yeah, he
And
had to
then
explain, and he used American rules on him.
he did. And Blaze, well, he hesitated, and then he was like, well, he walked right into that one. And then he was like, well, in America, usually the worst team gets the first pick the following year. So he's like, that's why I should
He
get
tried
first.
it. He tried. Yo,
He
Blaze, I ain't
did.
gonna lie. Blaze is trying it this year. Like he like, yo, I want
Mm-hmm.
because he know like last year he didn't do well. Most of his team was
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
So this is redemption time for him. I see why he
Yep.
going.
Yep. And then Angela cut herself, needed a medic. Okay. So
Yo,
this is my question to you as a cook. So first off, you cut yourself, right? You know you're cooking something on the pan. And not only are you cooking something on a pan, you're cooking it at a high level, like amount of heat, right?
yeah.
After you cut yourself, you couldn't turn down the
Or
fire
just move the
or
pan.
just move the pan. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so now we all just looking at this pork chop
And they
get
were all like Chris was standing there
burned.
like, oh my God, like that you could tell like they wanted to do something, but at the same rate, it's like I can't really help you. I
I
think
don't know why she
she
left it
got
on there.
flustered. She got cut. She got flustered. That was like a mistake.
Yeah, but your
That's the
second
heat.
move should have been take the food off the fire.
Yeah, she definitely should have because whole that may have bitten her in the butt going forward in the judging
You're a
round.
professional chef. I'm sure this is not the first time you cut yourself.
Well,
I'm sure
to that
move the
degree, I would say yes, she's a professional chef, but normally if something like that happens, somebody would be there to take over. So it's not
okay.
like if you like you're a professional, you normally have a sous chef. So your sous chef would probably jump
That
in and
you're right.
but
Okay,
again,
gotcha.
this is a competition. There's a lot of things happening. She may not have
Got
been, she
you.
may not have cut herself. I have not cut myself cook. Never mind. I have cut
All
myself.
all right. Well, now let's get into these dishes. Go ahead, Search. You want to tell the
All
people who
right.
made what and why?
So, yep, we got Chris, who has no relation to my name. He made meatballs. Judges were highly shocked that he were able to cook them in 20 minutes. Gordon cut into them and saw they were perfectly cooked, appealing and delicious. Go ahead.
This is what he did, and this is how, and they got hype off of this too, because like you mentioned earlier, Search. First of all, the meatballs were mega. How you gonna cook them all the
Cook
way
through.
through
Mhm.
in 20 minutes? He puts them in the air fryer to speed it up, and it worked. That's what
I
he
thought you put
did.
them in the deep fryer.
I thought it was the air fryer.
They had an air fryer?
They were on a middle level.
Are you sure? I thought he said deep fryer.
Well, it was a fryer of some sort. Okay.
Because I actually want to try this. Now I gotta go back and watch it. Because I don't think he put it in the air fryer. Because he don't have an air
Oh.
fryer. It's a food truck. He has a deep fryer.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I was like, ooh, that
I'm
sounds like a good idea.
apparently I'm hearing things. Okay, well, I trust what you say over what I thought I
But
heard.
they definitely did think they were good. Then we have Vaughn, who had a cod with a hoisin. Oh, this is hoisin
I'm not doing
jus.
it. Mhm.
They thought it was phenomenal, seasoned well, great depth of flavor.
Cooking fish for the second time though.
Yeah, see a running thing. You have
Mhm.
Charity. She had the chicken thighs with chorizo and butter and peanut butter sauce. They didn't even call it a curry, and she burnt
I
her
know
marinade.
they really did.
Gordon was like, "No, now you should try to stick up for her." She's like, "Yeah, it's a little blackened," and then Gordon was like, "It's burnt." I was cracking up. He like, "Don't try to play me. It's burnt."
Yeah,
And they
no,
were
it's
mad
burnt.
because the way she should have done it was she should have like seared the chicken and then added the marinade. So when you cook it, you didn't have to cook it on such high heats where you would have burnt it. Sucks.
Which how do you burn
Angela,
chicken as a professional chef? I'm just saying that was
that's
my call out
that
question.
was it. Yeah, like rookie mistake. That's why I asked, do everybody have culinary school? But I asked
Right,
professional.
right.
Angela made a pan roasted pork chop with the potato fondant. They did enjoy the flavor of the marinade, but as we know, she kept her pork chop on too long and it was overcooked. Sad.
Mhm.
Zach made crispy skinned sea bass with a sweet potato puree. First of all, dish looked crazy, like dope. They said it was stunning, and they said it was
You
delicious.
you could tell how good it was just by the way they were eating it. Well, at
Hmm.
least Naisha, like she was just like,
You really enjoyed it.
you can tell, yeah.
Now this one right here, I was like, really? You go through all this trouble, you make a great dish, and you forget? Summer made clams with the cauliflower puree, and she forgot to add the clam juice.
Did
They
she
did not.
forget or did she purposely leave it out? I don't think she had any intention. It
But
sounded like
she
she
cooked
had
it in it. That was
no
weird.
it sounded like she had no intention on adding that clam juice.
You probably right. And they were
I'm
very
just saying
no,
because
you know
she
what I'm
was like,
saying? Yeah, I left it over there.
yeah, I don't think she had any intention. And they was like, yo, you left out the best part.
The best part, the juice and the flavor, you gotta at least put some of that on there. They didn't like the plating that he said the tomatoes were odd and overall, Richard again said this was weird. um, then you have Ari who had the top round with the compound butter. They said that she slightly overcooked her meat. And then we have
You think?
now we're at the end. And who do you think made it to the end? We have Zach, Vaughn, Chris, Angela, and Ari were automatically going up to the next floor, the final phase, which left Summer and Charity. And I literally wrote down the name
No,
before we
wait,
got to
no,
that part.
wait, no, wait, no, wait a minute. No, wait. Okay.
I'm waiting.
First off, Naisha said there's only three top dishes, and it's very obvious what
Mm-hmm.
who's those three top dishes were, and they were Vaughn, Zach, and Chris. Okay, let me tell you, those dudes killed it. Okay, and they are the ones to watch out for. I don't know what these ladies did, but they did not show up at all. They didn't. Ari and Angela, they did not do no. They just did like to get them
Yeah.
to the top level. But
They just
their
didn't do
but
as
their
bad as
dishes,
Summer.
right? They just didn't do as bad as Summer and Charity, and that's why they moved on. But the ones who did exceptional was Vaughn, Zach, and Chris.
Yeah.
Ladies, I don't know what y'all doing, but as professional chefs, y'all need to step it up. Ridiculous.
What she said.
Anyway,
Yeah. Uh.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
That's some Philly right there, son. And
I'm
another
just
thing,
saying,
young
yo.
boy. Yeah, young boy. You
I'm
think
just
this a
saying,
game,
yo.
yo?
Them dudes killed it. Put them to shame. Not one female. Not one. That's all I
Mm,
had to say about
mm.
that.
Speak your feels. You ate that. Ain't that what they say? You ate that.
I don't even know where half of these
On
terms and
period,
stuff is
poo. On period,
coming
poo.
from.
You ate that.
Period. Poo.
All right. But as we discuss the the last two were Summer and Charity, and I saw it written on
I
the
knew
wall.
Summer wasn't
Summer had
making
to
it.
go.
Summer
She
was
didn't
not
have a
making it.
she didn't have a complete dish. I automatically knew it
No.
from there. It was just like, nah, she
Yeah.
not getting it. Charity just
No.
squozing by just a little bit. Um,
Mm.
Next, we have the top floor, the final round, and we have Chef Blaze. And I know he was excited because now he get to see the chefs, the professional chefs, in their main element, which is the top floor. You get access to everything, and they had to do something in regards to fine dining. So this had to be
Mhm.
like some upscale, but still good enough. Not no foo-foo stuff, but upscale. Um,
Michelin star was the theme.
Michelin star. And then before the before they even got started, Gordon Ramsay started coming at Richard Blaze.
Oh
It's like,
my
yo, he
gosh.
looks because his hair. You everybody
I
know Richard for
know.
his hair, and he was like, oh my god, look like he just got out of a Baby Gap commercial audition. I was cracking up. I'm like, yo, Gordon's coming
Okay,
for Richard this season.
crazy. Oh my
That was
gosh.
hilarious.
And Ari was so obsessed with his hair.
Hmm.
He was so obsessed. Yeah, I thought
He
that
got
was
that
funny.
hair. I need his
Yeah.
hairstylist because my hair be all over the place. Um, Now I've never heard of this, but Chris grabbed was called a
Oh my
turbo
gosh.
fish.
Me either.
Him and
Well,
Ari
Ari was
fought
fighting
over it.
over it. Yes. And Chris was like, nope, mine.
Yeah, but apparently, like Blaze said, this is like the Mercedes or BMW or whatever your top car of your choice is
And
of fish.
that's why we've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of this fish. I never knew it existed. I'm actually looking it up now because I'm like, where do you get a turbo fish? Um, Again,
Michelin star restaurant. That's where you get it from.
I didn't like. I'm never. Oh, it's like, oh, I've seen these fishes before. It's a weird looking fish. I'm gonna show you guys so you can see it. But I have seen these. I just didn't know the name. Um, you can see here they're like the flat fishes. I've seen these
Yeah,
before.
I've seen them.
I never knew they were
Never
called
knew they
turbo
were called
fish.
turbo.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, but yeah, he grabbed the turbo fish, and then um, oh wow, $25. Okay, yeah, they're a little expensive. Um,
Wait,
which
$25 to buy?
per cutlet for fish? That's well, actually, no, that's swordfish. I'm gonna look up the price. I'm looking at the wrong. I don't actually see the price. Nobody has it. So I don't even
Mm,
know where you can buy. I don't even think you could buy. I think this has to be like this is like a rare, like he said, it's the Cadillac, Mercedes, BMW.
mm,
Yeah, that's like I guess the equivalent to Wagyu.
mm,
Like you're not gonna buy it just to buy it, and you better
mhm,
not mess it up.
mm-mm.
Um, but she lost. Ari lost the fight, and she grabbed, I think, trout. There's a lot of fish going on this competition. Angela once again grabbed pork, but this was not a chop; it was a loin. But I think it was good. The difference between this and Christina, I'm thinking that's her name. I can't remember. Was that she kept grabbing pork. She grabbed pork like all three rounds, and she did good. Where I think this was good for Angela because she kind of messed up her pork the first time, and it's good for her to come back at it again and get it right.
And also, Angela is a private chef for Timberland, Dwight Howard, and Lil Wayne, just to name a few.
Yeah, so she's a celebrity.
Nice.
She cooks for celebrities.
Yep.
Um, so once we get our celebrity on, I can retire from cooking and I can have Angela just make all of our meals, take over. I'm just going to sit back and run normal speed chefing.
Love it.
Um, Charity grabbed prawns and prosecco, and that made my eyes open up a little bit. I said, "What? Not a bad grab. Didn't know they had
Until,
alcohol."
wait, until she put her prawn on the grill too early. Was that a grill? What was that?
Yeah,
She
no, you're right. She put it
Yeah,
way too early. They still had
way
like
too
10 minutes
early.
to go, and they
They
even
was
said it.
like, why is she putting this on now?
Yeah.
So I was like,
but
Congratulations, Charity. You
her
played
idea was
yourself.
good. It was like it was gonna be like a
Let me tell you,
prosecco and
I ideas can be as great as they want to be, but when you don't execute those ideas,
no, I'm
and you're
saying in
supposed to
general,
be a professional chef,
I'm a sauce guy. So when she said
well, maybe
prosecco
you should show
with
her
the
how it's done.
tomatoes, I ain't doing that. The prosecco with the tomato idea, I was like, oh, I have to look into this because that sounds like a delicious sauce. Champagne sauce, I like that.
Mm.
Chris is going to make a Vert Blanc. And I have all faith in Chris because Chris has not done anything bad as of yet. And then now here's something new. Zach was making steak with blue cheese foam. I said, what?
Mm-hmm.
Zach is what do they call it, from farm to plate?
Farmer.
And but for a person who's just like a farmer, his ideas are Michelin star quality. So
Well, that's what they asked for.
Zach that bull. Angela, she was getting real, like she's real bold. She was like, I'm gonna make sticky rice. And Blaze even said, you gonna make sticky rice in 20 minutes?
She
It
was
takes
like,
a
I'm
while to make.
Spanish. She said, I'm Spanish.
Okay. You could be Spanish, but it's sticky rice. It's not regular rice. But we'll see if that
I'm
worked out
just
in her favor.
I'm just repeating what the girl said.
And then back to Charity, as you stated. Charity was looking flustered. This definitely this round. She started cooking her prawns, like you said, way too early. Shrimp does not take long to cook. You really only need about a minute and a half on each side, and you're done. She cooked them well, well in advance, and they were even sitting there like, "What are you doing?" Um, who was it? Was it Ari who did the seared fish, but she did it with a parchment paper. It was a
Mm-hmm.
technique that they were looking at. It was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's neat. It was like, yeah, we could tell who's the professionals, who
Yeah.
has experience.
Yeah.
Then the unfortunate happened.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Vaughn dropped his potatoes all on the floor. I was like, no, not Scranton. We gotta stay UPA, dog. Like, you gotta stay in the game. But he held his composure. He didn't really like trip. He just switched it up, did what he had to do, and he was able to complete his dish. Um, Angela started to worry a little bit because her pork was still a little under, and Blaze told her to throw that thing in the oven, and hopefully it turned out good for her. But that's all I have for the top floor. This was they actually showed a little bit more this episode of the top floor than the other two episodes. It seemed like I had a lot more things to say
Mm-hmm.
about the top floor. But yeah, going into the judging round, we had Ari, who did the ocean trout with crushed peas. They said it was gorgeous, and the fish was cooked beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
We had Zach with the beef fillet with the blue cheese foam. They said it was under seasoned, but the
Mm-hmm.
temp was nice. The cook was nice on the steak. It was just a bit under seasoned. Vaughn had the New York strip steak with the sweet potato hash. Yo, they loved it. Especially Naisha. Loved the depth and sweetness of the hash and the brightness of the chimichurri. So they thought it was a complete dish. Angela had the pork tenderloin with the supposed to be sticky rice and the Asian style sauce. They said the pork was cooked beautifully, great sauce, but the rice had no flavor.
However, bland. And I literally wrote, "Oh my goodness, girl, you are Hispanic and the rice is bland." You said it yourself that you should know how to make rice. Congratulations. You played
Yeah.
yourself.
If anything, you can't say. And you remember the we talked about this before. The cameras will pick up on the stuff you say, and you played
Mm-hmm.
yourself. They made sure they caught you saying I'm Hispanic. Of course, I know how to make rice. And it's like, all right, we're gonna see. Um, then we had Chris who had the pan seared turbo with the bean salad. They said it had a lot of flavor. It was a little sweet, but the fish was cooked beautiful. Then we had Charity with the red prawn with the champagne
Woo!
pickle sauce with artichoke. The sauce was delicious, but guess what? she overcooked her prawns. Cooked them too early. Then we had at the end, we all should know who made it. We had Ari.
Well, I
Z-
think I
Chris.
think I think honestly, you should just say who just went home.
Well, look, Ari, Zach, Chris, Vaughn, Angela, they made it. Am I
It's
one,
only
two, three?
five.
They
It's
made
only
it.
five.
Okay. And sad to say, Charity had to go. Charity was donated off of the competition.
They
But
really did they really did a really good job of weaving out the weakest link. And I'm sorry, on this episode, it was not hard to see at all.
again, you could, that's why I question. I'm like this I didn't hear the part where some people say they didn't have culinary experience. You could kind of tell who had at least some kind of cooking experience in like an actual restaurant and who may not have had so much. Plus, Charity is still kind of young. Like
She is.
she got time. They might bring her back. You never know. But all in all, you Charity, you were able to get on the show. Thank you for being on the show. Um, this isn't the end for you. You are young. Again, you already started your own company. I know this was probably something that you just wanted to write off your bucket list, but hey, at least you made it that far. So congratulations to that. Now, next week gonna be crazy, guys. So what we need you to do is watch the episode. Next Level Chef airs on Fox on Thursdays. This is draft night. I don't know if there's going to be any cooking involved. I really didn't see, but this is draft night when somebody, is that a cat? Is that Reese? Shout
Mm-hmm.
out Reese. This is draft night. We're going to see who picks who, and Gordon Ramsay is going to throw some shade. I think Naisha was going, y'all just gotta see it because it looked like Naisha wanted to sock him. I don't know if you saw the previews for next week,
No, I had to turn it off at that point. I
but
didn't get a chance to check it out.
I can tell you what happened in the previews.
Yeah.
There was a part where Naisha picked the rapper bull from I think it was the second episode, the one that Gordon Ramsay he burnt his fingers.
Oh yeah.
Then Naisha picks him, and then Gordon
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Wait a minute." He was like, "I think his name is Jordan." He's like, "Jordan, do you want to be on my team?" And you just see them blur. She said they beeped it out, so I guess she cursed. I was like,
Ooh.
"Oh, it's about to be crazy next week." So
Yeah.
definitely, guys, be sure to watch that episode. We will be reviewing that episode. Um, Other than that, do you have anything else you want to talk about today, Nita?
Nope. I said my piece. I said what I had to say. That middle level was very disappointing.
Yeah,
Y'all let them guys just wipe the floor with y'all.
I mean,
And there
yeah,
was more women than men.
yeah. I mean, I love women, so I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to get canceled before we even get started. But I thank you guys for tuning in to another episode 35 of the Food We Watch podcast. Again, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how we're doing, or just drop a heart, or let us know what is a food show you may want us to review next. Because again, Next Level Chef is not forever. We don't always want to review Gordon Ramsay shows, but we try to review the most popular shows out here that most people watch. But we will listen to our fan base. Let us know in the chat. Before we get out of here, Nita, where can they find you?
Guys, won't you come on over to Instagram, all platforms, whatever, you name it, at Neda.foodphoto. That's where I am. You will see amazing things that me and Search does. You'll even see me share some clips from our episodes in the story. So, What about you, Search?
You guys should know by now. You can find me all platforms at Sirchcity. If you can't reach me over at Sirchcity, you will always be able to find me at Normals Be Chefing on all platforms. And just in case you don't have time to watch this full episode, you can go watch clips of these episodes on at the Food We Watch Pod on IG and TikTok. All right, guys. Again, it's been another great episode. But before we go, we gotta let you know that good things come and good things go. Life is like a box of chocolate. Sometimes that shit be melting. Boom.